Welcome back to our channel, Purposely Rerouted, where we take you along for whatever we're doing in Florida. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany.
I am David.
And we are having lunch at Be Our Guest today.
So, be our guest.
I was so excited when I was making plans for our Disney staycation and saw this come up as a reservation. Be Our Guest is something that we had not been able to do up until now, and we always get so excited when we're able to have new experiences or dine at places that we have not gotten to dine at yet. We loved the entryway into the restaurant and the little rooms that you can wait in. If you listen carefully, you can hear these knights talking to each other. We also loved this next little room. I guess I would call it like a library, and this big chair. There are 3 rooms as options for dining. If you have a special request for a room, make sure you let your host know. We were set in the Grand Ballroom, and this is where Beast and Belle had their first dance. Here's a look at the menu options. Be Our Guest is a prefixed dining meal. So you are going to be able to pick 1 appetizer per person, 1 entree per person, and dessert is also prefixed. They do have plant-based options. Just make sure you tell your server that you would like to know what the plant-based options are. It is $70 per adult and $41 per child. They do allow discounts, so if you're a pass holder or DVC, you can use your discount. Dave went with a Hoegaarden Wit for his drink choice. He really liked this beer. It's one that he had never tried before, and he said it was very citrusy and refreshing. I went with a Chardonnay, and I am not going to try to pronounce it because I will butcher it, but it does translate to Shadow of the Beast. Your dinner is going to start with bread service, and this is ciabatta bread, and it does come with Himalayan salted butter. Dave really loves any type of bread, but ciabatta is one of his favorites, so he was a happy man when he saw that it was ciabatta, and he's gracefully putting some butter on his bread. For Dave's appetizer, he went with the mixed green salad. He was really surprised at how large this salad was, and it's just mixed greens. It does have a goat cheese mousse and some tomatoes, some cucumbers, and some radishes. Of course, he gave me the radishes and the tomatoes, but his only complaint was it did not have enough salad dressing on it. It comes with like a vinaigrette dressing, and I chose the French onion soup, and it was absolutely delicious. It was very rich. The broth was really rich, had a lot of flavor. It had a lot of cheese in it, which I am happy about because I love cheese. Now, the Beast does make an appearance about once per hour, but he is not going to greet each table. You're not going to be able to get up and take pictures with him. I do hear that before COVID, they did have like a little room that you could take pictures with him, but they do not do that as of now. I'm not sure if that may come back in the future, but as of now, he's just going to kind of meander around and wave to people, but you're not going to be able to take pictures with him. And then our mains arrived. For my main, I chose the grilled filet mignon. It does come with smashed potatoes, haricots verts, and sauce à poivre, which I have no idea what each are, but the potatoes were delicious. I love the sauce that came on it. It was very rich and creamy, and I love the green beans. I absolutely loved everything about my meal. I would get this time and time again. It was delicious. And something to note, they do have chef specials that you can choose from, which is what Dave got. He had the braised beef, and he added a shrimp enhancement. The braised beef was absolutely delicious. It was fall apart tender. The potatoes that were underneath were a little bit like mine, but the sauce that came on top of this was so rich and had so much flavor. Of course, he gave me the tomatoes. He will not eat tomatoes. And the shrimp was really good too. Later on in the video, Dave says that it came with a fondue, but the sauce that came with the shrimp is actually like a butter garlic sauce. And the dessert is going to be a lemon jam macaron, a chocolate tart, which is the gray stuff, and a dark chocolate truffle. I really didn't care for any of the desserts. I know I'm weird. I just don't like a lot of sweet stuff. Everyone raves about the gray stuff, but I was like, it's okay. Like I mentioned before, there are 3 different rooms that you can be sat in to dine. There's the west wing where the Rose is located, the grand ballroom where we were sat, where you can see the enchanted forest where it snows continuously, and the Rose Gallery. A cool little bit of information, the grand ballroom is one of the only places where you can find a hidden Minnie instead of a hidden Mickey. A hint is to look closely at the clouds in the ceiling of the main ballroom. So we just got done eating at Be Our Guest.
And it was delicious. Absolutely everything was delicious.
I got the filet. And for my appetizer, I got French onion soup, and it was very, very good. The broth was very rich. It was very cheesy and delicious, and my steak was cooked perfectly. I always get my steak medium rare, and it was cooked perfectly. The potatoes were so good. They had a lot of really good, rich flavor. And the dessert for me, I don't really like a lot of sweet stuff, so the dessert, I could take it or leave it. It was really good. But it's all very sweet.
It is very rich.
So I could take it or leave that because I don't really like a lot of sweet stuff.
Yeah, the bread service was good. It was ciabatta bread, so it was good. The salad I had, it was a whole lot of salad. I didn't expect it to be,
Yeah, that was a big salad.
Yeah, the portion size was huge. My only complaint about the salad is not enough dressing for me. I had the braised beef, and it was phenomenal.
You actually had a chef's specialty.
It was chef's specialty braised beef with mashed potatoes, and it had like fried onions on it, and oh my God, it was good.
And you got the shrimp enhancement.
I did get the shrimp enhancement, and that was really good. And that was in some kind of like a fondue. But all of it was really good. The beef was just pulled apart with a fork.
Yeah, it was really rich, a lot of flavor.
It was good. I definitely would eat here again.
I would too.
And this is a dining package, so it is prefixed where you do get an appetizer per person, an entree per person, and dessert per person. So, oh, and the beer that I had, it was my first time trying it. It's called a Ho Garden Wit. It's so good. It's like reminds me of a Blue Moon, but more refreshing, I guess. It had a very, very good taste to it.
Very crisp.
Yes, better than Blue Moon. I like it. I'm gonna have to try to find that beer.
So we highly recommend Be Our Guest. If you're on the fence about it, we recommend it. You have to do it at least once to have the experience. All of the different dining rooms are very, very detailed and really nice to go into and look at all the tapestries and everything. But we are going to end this video here. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that bell.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Be Our Guest.
Bye.
Later.